Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Max115 here, bringing you back another episode of Boom Beach, pushing our way up into the top, hopefully into the global leaderboards sometime within the next few weeks, I'm hoping. Today, it's been a much better day than yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video where I just kept on losing to all these global players. Out of the 4 bases from yesterday, by the way, I did manage to beat 1. I didn't retry the other 3, but one of them I was able to beat, so that's at least a 25% success rate, better than 0%. Today I've been doing a little bit better. I've taken down a couple of good bases, including world number 6 or 7, Zekek here. At 1846 victory points, and I took him down on the first try with TRM, which actually made me feel a lot better and kind of redeeming myself for what happened yesterday. So I started thinking maybe sometimes in this particular game, because we're all human, we make errors. It's just like when you go to work, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you have good days. It doesn't matter if the base is really easy or really tough. Sometimes you can just encounter a base that you ordinarily would just roll through. But then if you're just having an off day, you can just try 10, 15, 20 times and keep on losing against that one base. So I think that's what happened to me yesterday. It's happened to me many, many times, and I'm sure it'll keep on. It'll be an ongoing issue. But the days that where I don't mess up and I manage to summon all of my concentration and play well, those are the days where you actually celebrate the game. But anyways, so let me show you 2 of these replays, not all of them. My biggest problem right now is gold. If you look, I only have 674,000 gold, which is nothing. I started with 1.3 million. I did lose 2 times against this one player, but that's okay. I managed to take down Goodman at Suyao. I think he either was a global player or a US top player, but I know I've seen this name somewhere on the leaderboard. So at least I managed to take him down. We can blow through his base because his was really easy. I don't know if he's done pushing maybe, but he only has 2 ice, which I don't think he got up there with, to the 1400 victory points with the 2 ice. Man, that's loud. Sorry. There we go. So I'm guessing he probably finished his push. So I just kind of took advantage of the low amount of ice boost that he had. Typical TRM. What I did for today, just to mix things up a little bit, and I got this idea from my friend Jay Lex from our task force at CWAP. Jay, if you're watching, thanks a lot for the idea. I used 2 boats of, what do you call them, riflemen this time. So because I noticed that the first boat of rifle dies out really quickly just by landing them on the shore, especially if there's a couple of flamethrowers in the front. So right there, the HQ is about to go. So by bringing a second boat of rifles that you can deploy after you clear up the front defenses, they can really prolong the health, the life of your tank. So that it actually made a big difference. I don't want to waste too much time going through all of these, but let me see which ones had the most ice. This one had 4 ice, so I guess it was decent. I didn't see the player's name, but anyways, so you can see right there, 1 boat of rifles, the medics, and all the tanks to the left corner. Dump all the gunboat energy on the boom cannon and the shot launcher in the front there. They will need a little extra gunboat energy, but since I didn't want to waste more on artilleries, I was hoping that 1 pack of critters would do it, and it really did work. So through the critters running between the 2 defenses, and they kind of split up, and they were able to finish both the boom cannon and the shot launcher. Right there you can see the second boat of rifles just deployed, and you can see why, because the first boat of rifles is already done, but there's still 3 cannons up here plus the shot launcher, and you'll actually see how the second boat of rifles really help prolong the life of my tanks. You can see they're all nice and healthy right in the front. I kind of wish there were no mines in there, but anyways, that's the whole point of putting mines on the defense there. But you can see how this group of rifles is really absorbing all the big shots from the boom cannon and the cannon, so the tanks behind have time to kind of take down as many defenses as possible. Right here we just classic flare to the left wall, hug that wall like my friend Gas says. Fortunately, there were no defenses up here except for that flamethrower, which is nothing towards tanks. Keep on hugging the left wall. You're also gathering a little bit of gunboat energy while at the same time positioning the tanks at the optimum, attack angle. So right here, once they start moving, flare to the boom cannon and keep it shocked, and then let them take out the rocket launcher. Shock again, flare to the second boom cannon, and you get the point. Then flare to the last boom cannon, shock once again, And right here, I even threw 2 medkits because I have a lot of gunboat energy. I did cover the tank here because this cannon here was within range. But once they finish off the machine gun up in the top there, you'll see the flare back in a second right there. And then flare straight to the HQ. And right there, I still have a lot of time. I took down this base with some pretty decent amount of time left. Did I? Or maybe it was just like about 10 seconds. It wasn't that much time, but there was definitely some time left. Right about there. So this was the base where I lost twice against. Mainly was because of the initial, the first 2 attacks. I don't think. Oh no, yeah, I did bring the 2 bolts of rifles. Well, just minor. What do you call it? Minor adjustments in there. What was too much of space? Let's not watch that base. We'll just go straight into Zekek. Let me just double check where his ranking is at. I know he's up there. Yeah, he's number 8 in the global. So you know, it's not like his base can be taken lightly. Right here. So it's a typical double shielded base, center base. What I noticed, his problem, at least not his problem, you know, you can play whatever, set up your base any way you want. But what I noticed it worked for my advantage is that his HQ was so far back the shore that there's so much space in here. Look, all the cannons will be out of range. And his boom cannons are really spread out from the HQ, which kind of gives my tanks a lot of, you know, leeway in space. So I don't have, you know, 2-3 boom cannons just shooting at me at the same time. So I have to deal with 1 cannon at a time, which was good. Sorry, I don't think you were able to see the front, but did I put down the second boat of rifles? I think I did. That's the second boat of rifles right up there. And you can see they already cleared up all the defenses in the front. The rifles are really doing a good job because that cannon up there could have easily picked up 2 or 3 of my tanks. But instead they're just going for the rifles. Right here, just kind of let my tanks spread out a little bit. I didn't want to flare them because if I flare them to one spot, that shot launcher would just keep, you know, freezing all of them at the same time. So I just kind of let them spread out. Once I took down the shot launcher, flare to the left wall as usual, and you can see all the tanks are really out of range of that boom cannon, which was good. I threw some critters to distract the 1 cannon in the front there and the top, which they did, and then just let the tanks do their work. Let's see. Oh, I did lose 1 tank there. I only lost maybe 2 tanks in here, I think. So right there, you can see I flare here, straight into the boom cannon. Let them. Oof! I heard another tank die in there. But anyways, 1 last shot, and then that was the last boom cannon I had to deal with in the top because this one was 2 squares off from the HQ. So that meant that I would have a blind spot, or I'd be out of its range towards the end, and you'll see it. Just let them take down that 3rd boom cannon in there. I was getting a little nervous though, I think. Yeah. Right there, once the boom cannon goes down, flare them right there to the corner, away from the range of that last boom cannon. So there was only, sorry, my nose is runny. So the only defense was still shooting on is with the rocket launcher, but you can see the great majority of my tanks are still pretty green and healthy, and I even had gunboat energy for a last flare, which was good. And you can see everything else was out of range. So here we can accelerate this. I actually beat this base with about 45-47 seconds, so that's a lot of time. That meant that even if he had an extra building health guardian boosted, I would still have time to take down the HQ. So that was a really good field win, and it only took me 1 try. So thank you, Zekek. So that was global number 8. Now, how are we doing on time? All right, we're doing good. So there's a few more bases on my map. I wanted to use RZM. We'll just CRZM, actually, sorry. So we'll just finish those up, and I wanted to hit these 2 bases. They're relatively easy bases. X6 Black, I want to take him down because he raided my base the other day, so it's time for vengeance. That's the only good thing about being somewhat high in victory points, is that you start seeing the same players every single day. So you start raiding each other, and you know, if you hate it when somebody rates you, at least you get an opportunity later on to rate them back. But then it also works the other way. If you rate them, then they'll rate you back, which has happened in the same day too. Like I remember cases where I've rated one particular base, and maybe 4 hours later, when I see a raid on my base, it was the same guy that just raided. So that's kind of funny. So anyways, X6 Black, I think it's about a BMW X6. I hope it is. It's a sweet car. So he only has 3 ice statues, and only 1 is boosted. So this should be relatively easy, I hope. But you guys know me. Once I go in overconfident into a base, I tend to just, die. Anyways, let's see. Let's take out the defenses in the far end. One barrage, 2 artillery each. The shot launcher, we need 1 more. And I'm just gonna go straight up the gut on this one. Like, screw it. He doesn't have too much ice, so we should be able to do this easily. I do have to be careful with some of these mines though. So as they're approaching the mines, I'm gonna start dropping some critters. Maybe right about there. There's a group of 3 mines there. A lot of mines by that shot launcher, but we'll get there. Maybe I can help finish off that 1 rocket launcher in the back. Put some more critters by that mortar. Ooh, there's a lot of red. Finish off the rocket launcher. Oh gosh, a lot of red. You know what? I need to start throwing a little shock in here. Yeah, there we go. I think it's the mortars that are causing the most damage. 1 more box of critters. There's 6 mines I'm hoping to get there. Yes, all 6 of them with 1 pack of critters. That was a good investment there. Alright, so we're doing pretty well. I need to save shocks for the shock blaster though. That's my biggest concern when I get to the end there. Right there. Yikes. You know what? Let's regroup a little bit. I'm not too sure what to do. I didn't think this fully through. Everything on the left side is single shot, so maybe we'll just go to the left. We still have a fair amount of troops left. Oh, I have all of my Zukas. Wow. Sweet. Put some critters just because. Man, I need those medics to start healing. Come on, they're just so slow. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna get this. We're just gonna wear the entire base and take down the shield. Having that shock blaster behind a shielded HQ, it's too dangerous, so I don't want to deal with it. Throw a little smoke in front of that flamethrower. That'll hopefully protect some of my rifles, because I don't have too many left. Come on, look at them walk inside. I learned that from my friend Kinetic, who was #1 in the world twice. Thanks, Ken, if you're still playing Boom Beach, because I think he retired. Yikes. Let's put some critters there. And I think this is a good time to start shocking. I don't want to wait. Oh man, and I missed the shock blaster. Come on. Gosh. It's just so irritating when I miss the shock. Alright. That's okay. We still have enough for 1 more. Ooh, that mortar. Yikes. Alright. Last shot. Oh man, we destroyed his entire base. 100% of it. Well, 99%. That mortar is going to stay up, but whatever. Nice. Couple Nespresso. I actually lost a lot more troops than I had hoped for, but doesn't matter. We're still doing okay. And I made it to 1,380 victory points, which is another high, all-time high for me. And we're not done yet, so we still have a couple of base. This base, I wanted to take it on video. And then this will be the last base. So I think it's a relatively easy base. He only has 2 ice statues, which is not bad, but it's the placement of some of these defenses that I wanted to talk about. Like, sure, he has a hot pot and the Doom Cannon by the HQ, which is good, but they're so close. I can shock both of them with just 1 shot. Also, this shot launcher, they're just so far from the HQ. If I move my troops to this corner here, which is what I intend to do, this shot launcher won't even be in play. Look, he doesn't even make it towards the HQ. Same for these cannons. This mortar, they're all behind the HQ on one side. So really, if I can just make my troops get on this side, the half of this base will be, useless. So I don't think the setup was great. Plus, not having a shield nowadays is just, you're just asking to get wrecked. Anyways, let's take out some of these rockets. 1 artillery, 1 barrage each. See how my troops are doing. I didn't retrain my troops. That's what I get for just yapping and being all overconfident, pretending that I know it all. Ugh. Sorry. My bad. Alright, retrain, instant finish, and now we can go rocket. 1 barrage each, 1 artillery each. Will that suffice? No, 1 more each. Alright. Alright, so now we can put the troops down. 2 rifles, put the rest down, and we'll attack from the corner. There's a few mines in here, so I'm gonna drop some critters, try to trigger those. What should we do here? I'll just let my troops eat up a little bit into the base first. Yeah, I'll just drop some more critters, just because yes. And maybe now it's a good time to start flaring. Yeah. Alright, so start throwing some smokes. The smoke here, and a reverse smoke right there. Oh, that flamethrower. Yeeks. Alright, we're doing good. Man, my nose. I need to blow my nose. I'm gonna throw a shock at all this splash in there. Throw some critters. Throw a med kit too, just because, you know, they're too bunched up in there. So I'm afraid of splash damage doing work. Alright, so we're gonna be fine. I have to save the shocks for that hot pot because the range of the hot pot is pretty big. It's pretty wide, I'd say. There's so much going on. I can't tell if that Doom Cannon is doing multiple hits or not. I can't. But it doesn't matter. My troops are almost towards the HQ. I'm just gonna drop critters, one last shock, and they'll be able to finish it quickly. Throw a medkit just because we can. Man, that was a fun base. Taking down easy bases is just much more enjoyable than taking down tough bases. Yeah, sure, you get satisfaction out of beating a base with 5, 6, 7 ice boost. But taking down an easy base is like, oh, okay, oh, so easy. Alright, so 1,383 victory points, not bad. There's still a couple of bases. I'm going to work on those offline if the goal, you know, permits. So, oh, a little bit of power powder also. I know we talked very briefly about power powder like 2 episodes ago. This time you can see none of my statues are boosted, and that's because they ran out a couple of minutes ago. So now that I can just sit down and play for 3 hours, I can actually have my, you know, save 3 hours of power powder this way. So once I'm done with my raids today, then I'll, you know, boost again, and then I'll go until tomorrow. That's what I meant in the last video when I was talking about I don't want to boost my ice statues for like 9, 10 straight days because it's just not efficient. If I can boost for what is it, 24 hours, and then come back at the end of the 24 hours when the boost runs out and play, I can save myself 3 hours. I hope that's kind of clear. It's very hard to explain. I'm not very good with that. But anyways, the whole point is, right now when my statue boost is run out, I am online so no one can attack me. And then once I'm done playing and I'm ready to log off, then I'll boost again. So anyways, I don't want this video to run too long because it's already kind of running long, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the attacks today. At least there were more success than yesterday, so that's good. I'm feeling much better, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow, most likely, and keep on booming, guys. See ya. Take care. Bye.